Peace, power, and profit to the family. This is your brother Chris Woods on the behalf of Kroft Services and Kroft Sneakers. All right, man. So it's been a while since I did a live uh, or like a pickup vlog on recent releases. So I'm back today with another video, and I'm gonna show some of the latest sneakers I picked up uh in the last few months, since it's been a while. But I'm also gonna discuss a lot of upcoming releases, a lot of sneaker news, rumors, and things like that to kind of get things stirred up and brewing. um but I do want to take the time and make this video also to my followers on Instagram and Facebook, my Facebook page, Croft Sneakers, to kind of introduce myself to them, since I have a lot of new followers that I've picked up over the months, because I didn't have that many at the beginning of the year, which I think I only started with maybe four or 500 followers at the beginning of the year, and it's grown to over 8,000. And no, I didn't do any paid services or anything like that. This was people legitimately following my page from the content I was posting, um, and things like that. So shout out to y'all, all the new followers. My name is Chris Woods. Kroft Services is my business. Kroft Sneakers is a sub sub or another branch, a part of under that business. So the things that I do with Kroft Services is mostly financial business related, dealing with personal finance, investing, um, and anything to deal with money and business. So that part of the company, is centered around that. It's more informational, dealing with financial literacy, educating people on, how money works, how to invest, and just sharpening up your mental skills on, terminology and, the educational side of that. So I kind of integrate that with Kroft Sneakers. So that is the sneakers part of the business, where I talk about the culture, show people how to cop shoes for retail, whether you like Jordans, whether you like Nikes, Adidas, Under Armour, so forth and so on. It's always a market out there for, these type of products, type of shoes. So I help people with that by providing information, and I am getting ready to provide a service to help people, cop shoes for retail. And I also have a part of that cross sneaker business. I do sell sneakers as well. So there is that option, because there are people out there that just don't have the time to, go through these apps, sign up and do these reservations and raffles and go to the stores and, be on the app at this time and that time. And you just have people that don't have the time like that to do that. So I'm here to provide that service. Um, so, like I was saying, that is the sneaker side of the business. That's under Kroft Services, which is Kroft Sneakers. Is, I just help people, provide people with, information on the sneaker culture, how you can get started, how to put your feet in these different resources and areas, to where, you can integrate yourself if you are a sneakerhead, or if you just like sneakers, or if, you got kids that are into that. I provide information and a service based on that to help you, achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Whether it's, just trying to get some running shoes, work shoes, uh, sports related shoes, cleats, and all of that stuff. I provide a service for that. And, you can go to bed at night, in the morning, daytime, whatever, and not having to worry about, taking your personal time to try to do those things, because it does take time and effort, try to, chase, the demand for, certain shoes. It's just so high, and there's just so much technology behind this stuff now that it's very hard for a normal person to get a retail dub, as we say in the sneaker culture, which is, winning a pair of a highly released shoe. So, that's what I'm here for. And I kind of started this part of the business in 2020, where, I started, back collecting, because I had stopped collecting Jordans and shoes, period, for a long, long time. And I got back into it, you know, and I started, getting information and things like that, and other resources on how to, you know, go about this the best way and have the best chance to cop some of these highly released products. So, and now, I'm 3 years in, and I've gotten to a point where I've become accustomed to being pretty good at it, knowing where to go, who to talk to, networking, and dealing with different people, you know, Discord groups, and, all this type of stuff. So now, you know, not only has my collection and other things grown, but my knowledge and my mental has grown as well from, you know, from when I first started. So now I'm in a position to where I can, teach this information and share it with other people, and kind of show them a system that they can use to, put themselves into it if they so choose, or they can, you know, become part of my, or take part in my service that I offer, and, go from there. So without further ado, um, to be clear, Kroft Sneakers is a sub part or a branch under Kroft Services. So this is just a sneaker division. Um, and that information is posted on just the Kroft. So the Kroft Sneakers page is specifically for sneakers. Now, there is finance and business a part of that. So that's how I integrate them both, which is why, um, it's Kroft Services on the screen, as you can see, because that is the main branch, that is the business. But Kroft Sneakers is a part of that as well. It's just the sneaker or consumer retail part of the business, where we do spend, we do consume and buy the things that we like. But, I do add some value when it comes to investing and, business and finance around that. That way we get the best bang for our buck. And, something I have on my website is turning your consumer habits into asset accumulation. So, you know, basically what that means is, the money that you spend on your consumer habits, your consumer purchases, we well, I teach over here at Cross Services is we turn those into asset accumulations. And how we do that is with a few of our programs that, we use over here. Um, and two of the programs that I use typically on a daily basis, or anytime I purchase a sneaker, um, is Stash and Acorns. So those programs, help me accumulate stocks into some of the top 500 companies in the world. and nationwide in this country, but also globally as well. Stash specifically, you know, deals with that, where they have a banking division. That's what I meant to say early, that Kroft Sneakers is a division of Kroft Services. So Stash has a banking division where they provide you with a bank account, a debit card that you can use, just like any other debit card or bank system that you have. But the difference is, with their debit card, you can swipe and buy your daily consumer things and receive stock back. So what that means is you will receive fractional shares in publicly traded companies, um, like, for instance, Amazon, which Amazon is, a publicly traded company. Everybody knows Amazon, Amazon Prime. You got those type of subscriptions. And, when you connect your Stash debit card to your Amazon subscription, you will receive fractional shares and stock back. It's a percentage that you receive stock back for every time that subscription payment comes out. I don't know what's wrong with my words today, but every time that subscription payments come out and you use the Stash debit card that's connected to it, you will receive stock back. Uh, Same thing applies with Netflix, uh, Microsoft, YouTube, which is owned by Google, and so forth and so on. For me, I have all of those things. I have all of those subscriptions. Nike, is another. So when I, shop on a Nike app or the sneakers app, or I go into the Nike outlet or Nike stores, every time I pay with that debit card, I'm receiving stock back every time. And the more I spend, the more you spend, the more stock back you get. So same thing applies to Foot Locker, Champ Sports, um, JD Sports and Finish Line is not publicly traded, but the thing with Stash is they allow you to pick a specific company as a default stock back reward if that company is not publicly traded. So Foot Locker is publicly traded. JD Sports and Finish Line are not. So in place of that, they allow you to pick a publicly traded company and you can use that as your default just in case you shop at like a mom and pop's place or a store that's not publicly traded. You can use a default stock to get your stock back reward. So that's pretty amazing. That is that is a beautiful business. I streamline. I do day to day, and I've been doing it for years. That's why what I do is so important when it comes to consumer habits and spending and buying sneakers, buying Jordans, buying Nikes, buying Yeezys, Adidas, so forth and so on. You know, the benefit of all of that, yes, I get the shoe that I want, but I also get a part of the company, the actual company that 9 times out of 10 is cheaper than the product that I'm buying or the products that I accumulate throughout the year. I get to own a piece of that. So, becoming a shareholder is important at Cross Services. And we teach people that being a shareholder is more important and is better than being just a consumer. So I coined the phrase consumer turned investor because we're always going to consume. But if you become an investor in those things that you consume, it's a win-win. You can't beat that. So that's what I teach over here. So that's how I integrate Croft Services and Croft Sneakers, and I'm building it up. I have my website, www.croftservices, services.com. If you want to shop on there, and you can take a look around. Like I said, I have the different divisions on there. I have the Kroft Services division, where it's finance and business, and then I have Kroft Sneakers, where it's sneakers and your retail therapy. So, uh, and you can shop for some of the latest releases of shoes. All right. So, lastly, that's Stash. Now, if you want to know more about that, you know, you can comment, inbox me. I have videos about this as well. And I have videos actually going through the process, showing you how it's done and what happens during the transaction when you use your Stash stock back debit card and at these retailers. So, all right. So next is Acorns. Acorns is a very diverse system. Uh, it's pride on, investing your spare change. But we won't go too much into details about that. We will go delve into, their programs that they have. And the specific program that I'm talking about is the Earn Found Money. So with that, they have uh, companies where you can shop online and you can earn a percentage or a certain dollar amount invested into your Acorns account. So Nike happens to be on Acorns as well. And normally it's around 3%. You will have times where they jump it up to 6% if it's like a holiday or a special occasion or something like that. So the only thing about Nike on the Earn Found Money with Acorns is that you can't really buy Jordan releases and benefit from that. I think it's retros, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna say it's Jordan releases. But mostly everything else, you're good. So that means Air Force Ones, LeBrons, PGs, which is Paul George's, uh, John Morant, Kevin Durant, so forth and so on. So if they drop any of those shoes on there and they're still available after the drop, you can actually use the Acorns app, and whatever you spend, they're going to take 3% of that and invest it into your Acorns account. And that's with your regular debit card. Now they have their own debit card as well too. And that comes with, more perks. And we'll delve into that another time. You can also inbox me or comment, more info if you want more info on that. Like I said, I have specific videos dealing with that already. So, just let me know. So, those two programs is what I use over here in my system. And so we're not just being consumers, we're also being investors as well. Because we don't want to be, you know, the best consumers, but we have no knowledge of, taking that money that we spend with these companies and also becoming part owners and shareholders of that company as well, which is more important because we can run out of money being consumers. But if you're a shareholder and you hold those shares and that company is a good business and it's going to go up in value over time, you can actually use that as income. So you can buy shares, sell shares, make a profit, and you can take that profit and do whatever you want with it. So that's what I teach over here. That's what Kroft Services and Kroft Sneakers is all about. Um, and that's what I want to help you guys with. If you're interested, if you're just interested into the shoes, no problem. No problem. I can definitely, there's definitely information I can provide for that. So I am providing a service as well. So and with that, there's information, there's uh, you know, footwork you got to do if you have the time for it. And if you don't, then that's where I come in as the help. And that's my prime reason for offering myself and the services, because yeah, you can probably find a website that has all the release dates and things like that, but you don't have the inside info, where the shoe is going to drop, what it's going to look like, when the actual date is going to release. you know the retailers it does drop at, what's your chance of you know uh winning on that site. you know how can you defeat a bot when it comes to these type of releases? you know Questions like that, stuff like that. That's stuff that's not on the forefront, and you need that information if you want to be successful in getting a shoe, even though we're in a special time period now. But it's still hard to cop for retail and manually for a regular human, because bots do eat. And bots is another discussion. But I wanted to make this intro. I wanted the people to see my face, uh, and know that my page is real, and there's actually a human behind this page, and that I really do this. I'm really a sneaker collector. A I really collect shoes. I got shoes. I really go to these retail stores and shops, and I'm really into this. So uh, this is just an intro, man. It's a long intro, but you know, uh, to get my point across and to let people know that's following my pages that I am a real person. It's a real human being. Uh, that this ain't no fugazi stuff. Uh, excuse me. And this isn't a page um where there's fakes and unauthorized shoes that I pick up and try to sell. You know, People comment on my page, leaving bad reviews, talking about this is a page from China and all of this weird stuff. Listen, no, far from it. Every shoe that I have is authentic, and I have receipts on all of this. So, you know, I can provide all of that information. Actually, if you go back through my timeline, you can see, all of the stuff that I've been doing for over the last 3 years, which I am re-uploading to my page, because in the beginning, like I said, at the beginning of the year, I only had about 400 some followers, but posting, specific content for the specific page for sneakers and, all things retail, my page grew because people, they gravitated to the content and they started to follow my page. So that's how it grew, and it grew enormously fast, to where I think Facebook started hating on me, to where my views were in the thousands and 10,000s. And then for like a month, I think I was suspended for like a month, um, because they was trying to say my page had, it was, you know, it was connected to too many Facebook pages. I just thought it was weird. I was like, bro, I don't know what this is. So, they took my viewership down to where people weren't really, liking the content. They weren't even watching the videos. And that was just weird. And now it's starting to pick up steam. So now I'm here doing a live on my pages. So I'm gonna be doing more lives. I'm gonna be doing more lives on this page. Uh, but I needed to do a live video to show and introduce myself to all my new followers, and to let you know that this is a real page, this is a real person, you know, and I really do what this page is saying that I do, which is collect sneakers and help people cop for retail. Um, so And I do first looks, I do pickup vlogs. So I shoot, take pictures, of my W's, going into retail stores, showing, the Gotham screens on sneakers, and my reservation and raffle wins and stuff like that. I show all of that stuff because people always thinks somebody is selling fakes or reps or unauthorized sneakers, and I have to show this for proof because it's a lot of that stuff out here today. And people be hating for no reason, and it's just really no reason to do that. It's just shoes. So, um, you know, that's what I wanted to do today. I'm going, like I said, I'm going to do more lives. You're going to see my face a lot more. um, and um, as far as my page, I have a lot of followers. Um, so I do have perks. So I have the stars for my reels and videos, and then I have the subscription service. So, so people can subscribe to the content that I post. And like I said, to my followers, I want y'all to be able to view this and know that I'm real. This is a real person. I have a real business. I have real shoes, and that this ain't, just another page with no face on it, and people, you just follow on the page and you just liking stuff because it's cool and whatnot, and that's cool, that's fine too. But I just wanted to let people know that I'm real on here, and that I do provide information and services if that's what you're looking for. If you're really into sneakers, um, or you're a so-called sneakerhead, and you have trouble, getting shoes for retail, then I'm your man. I am coming out with a service though. Uh, it's going to be a text-based service, so you'll be able to um, connect your phone number or email, and you will be able to get news of releases, when the shoe is going to drop, so forth and so on, before the average person knows. Because I have to repeat this: it is tough, hard as hell to hit shoes for retail. It's very hard. It's very hard. You can be on the app when it's supposed to drop. 9 times out of 10, that doesn't guarantee you a W or win. It doesn't guarantee you that you're going to win. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Like I said, even if it's just for the information, that's why I'm here. So, you know, please, guys, tap in. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear, you know, what struggles you have with shoes. I want to know what kind of shoes you like. That way I can cater to what y'all like. um the type of shoes and stuff you're into. Please let me know. Comment, like, share. Even if you don't agree, that's fine. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? We all have our opinions. We all like what we like. We got our preferences and so forth and so on. But share that with me, because I'm here to to serve and help as much as possible. And if you have trouble getting shoes, then I'm your man. If you don't have the time to get them, I'm your man. I got a lot of references. Like I said, I've been selling shoes and collecting shoes for the last 3 years, reintegrated because I used to collect and then I stopped. So, I know my way around the sneaker culture, and I'm always learning. I'm always learning and growing. So that's what it's about. You never stop learning, you never stop growing. So it's always going to be something new, you know, all the time. So, I just wanted to come on here and introduce myself. And let y'all see a physical face, a physical presence, and let you know that I am real. And I really have you know a full-fledged sneaker collection, You can see some of it in the background. Not the best, but whatever. Um, but my name is Chris Woods. My business is Kroft Services, subdivision Kroft Sneakers. You know, sneakerhead, sneaker collector. Um, you know, if you like to buy and sell and trade, man, follow me, man. Hit the like button, subscribe. Um, let me know, the stuff y'all like. That's why I've been, posting things in the story to ask, what kind of shoes y'all like. Are you a sneakerhead, or do you just like sneakers? Or do you just like cool content on Facebook, or social media? And, so I can get a feel for the people. Because like I said, my page has grown enormously fast in the last 3, 4 months. So, I went from 400 followers to like 8,000 or 8,800, almost at 9,000. So, uh, this was just an intro. I know it's long, but I'm going to be doing more live videos, and I'm going to be doing, shorter videos, detailing, some of the programs and things I do to, cop shoes for retail and to invest. I have to throw that in there because, like I said, turn your consumer habits into asset accumulation. And that's what, I'm here to provide. Information first. So, but I will be giving out the details on the subscription service. It's going to be $10 a month. So, but it's available for you if you need it. I'm still going to drop information regardless. And hey, it's just as simple as that, man. So, if you got any questions, you know, leave them in the comments. You can message me directly. I'm always available, to answer questions, um, and anything you want to know. And if I don't know the answer, I know somebody that does. All right, y'all. Peace, power, and profit. This is your brother, Chris Woods, and I'm out. Peace.